Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's encode the logic. I hope you all are doing good. In this video, we are going to discuss about a program to count number of digits in a number. So without making any delay, let's quickly jump into the discussion. So we need to find out the number of digits in a number. If n equal to 123, then the number of digits in 123 is 3, right? If n equal to 7,86,543, then the number of digits in this number is 6, right? So now we need to write a program to find out number of digits in a number. So it's a very simple logic. Let's see that. So let's take the number 123. What we need to do? We need to count the number of digits, right? So for that, what we can do? We can extract these digits, right? We can extract like 1 and 2 and then 3. We can separate them, right? So once we separate them, we can easily count them, right? So how we can separate them? So there is a logic to extract these digits. Let's see that. Okay, let's perform n mod 10. This is nothing but 123 mod 10, right? And then 123 and 10 12s are 120, right? Now my remainder was 3, right? So if you see, we extracted last digit, right? And now we need to extract the remaining digits also, right? And if you observe the quotient of this 123 divided by 10, that was the remaining number, right? So take this quotient and to get the second last digit, perform 12 mod 10. If you do this, 10 and then 12 and then 10 ones are 10, right? And my remainder was 2. And if you observe, we extracted the 2 also, right? If you observe the quotient, which is the remaining number, right? Now, using this quotient, let's do 1 mod 10. So, it was 10 and 1 and 10 zeros are 0. And if you see, my remainder was 1. So, we extracted this one also, right? And now if you observe, my quotient was 0, nothing. Before 123, we had 0, right? Which is no use. So how we are extracting the digits? We are simply finding out the reminders, right? How? Doing n mod 10. And the quotient was n by 10, right? And one more thing, this is the first iteration and this is the second iteration and this is the third iterations. So if we count number of iterations, then it will be the number of digits, right? Number of iterations will be the number of digits, right? And one more thing, in the first iteration, my n was 123. And in the second iteration, I was making my previous iteration quotient as n, right? And in the third iteration, I was making my previous iteration quotient, that was 1, as my n, right? So every time my n was changing through the iterations. So now we need to write the code for it. So before diving into the coding part, let's figure out the logic in simple words. At first, we need to take the input. So what is my input? That was n, right? And then coming to the logic part, I will use a while loop. So using while loop, I will extract these digits. So I will simply perform this logic. And while extracting, I will count number of digits. And finally, I will print my output, that was number of digits, right? Okay, now let's write the code for it. So let me keep a comment first. Program to count number of digits. N equal to int of input of enter a number, right? Later, I will use a while loop. So what is my terminating condition? If you observe, we will continue these iterations till my quotient will become 0, right? So once my n will become 0, I will stop my iterations, right? There is no need to go further. So this will act as my terminating condition. So in the while loop, I will keep if n not equal to 0. If my n is not equal to 0, then I need to perform the action, right? So what is my action? So that was remainder equal to n mod 10. And once I found out my remainder, my first iteration was completed, right? So I need to count that iteration, right? So to count that, I will take a variable. So, and I will initialize it as 0. So, I will count that iteration by count plus equal to 1, which is similar to count equal to count plus 1. And then what I need to do? I need to make my previous iteration quotient as n, right? So to find out the quotient, what we will do? We will do n by 10. And we need to make it as n, right? N equal to n by 10. So we will use a float division to get the precise value in Python, right? Okay, let's trace this code. So initially my n was 123, right? I will check, is 123 is not equal to 0? Yes, it's true. Then my remainder will become 3, right? And my count will become 0 plus 1, which is 1. And then my n will become 12, right? And in the second iteration, I will check, is 12 is not equal to 0? Yes, it's true. Then my remainder will become 2 and my count equal to count plus 1, right? 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2. And my n will become 1. And in the third iteration, I will check, is 1 is not equal to 0? Yes, it's true, right? Then my remainder will become 1 and my count will become 2 plus 1, which is equal to 3. And my n will become 0. And in the fourth iteration, I will check, is my 0 not equal to 0? Which is false, right? Then I need to come out of the loop. Finally, we need to print the output. Print number of digits in n is count. And one more thing, if I keep n here, then in the output, then I will get number of digits in 0 is. Because after completion of all this iteration, my n was becoming 0, right? So I was losing my value of n. So in order to restore it, let's restore that value in some variable, some new variable. My new variable was num and I was restoring n, right? So I will keep num here. So this is the program, guys. Now let's run this program. So I will give 123. So if you see, the number of digits in 123 is 3, right? Let me run this program again. This time I will give. So the number of digits in this number is 9, right? Let me run this program again. 5648. So the number of digits in 5648 is 4. Simple. So in this way, we will write a program to count number of digits in a number, guys. I hope you like this video and thank you for watching. Hey folks, if you enjoyed this coding tutorial and found it helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Share it with your fellow coding buddies, drop a comment with your thoughts or questions, and of course, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content. Your support means a lot and it helps our community grow. Happy coding!